Hi everyone, welcome back to Taco Tuesday Politics. Today we are going over the results of the Massachusetts primary from Tuesday, September 4th, 2018. So let's get right to it. First, we have the governor's race. And from the Democrats, Jay Gonzalez will move on to challenge the incumbent Charlie Baker. Gonzalez got 64.4% of the votes, easily beating Bob Massey, and Our Revolution candidate. Charlie Baker also beat his opponent, Scott Lively. And based on the polling out there, looks like Baker will beat Gonzalez in November. Cook Political Report, Inside Elections, Crystal Ball, and Real Clear Politics all have rated this a safe Republican state. Hypothetical polling during the primary shows Baker leading Gonzalez 60% to 21%. Also, Chris Baker is currently the most popular governor in the United States according to Morning Consult. A May 2018 WBUR poll shows he's even more popular with Democrats than Republicans, 65 to 64%. But he's even more popular amongst independent voters with 69%. I know the turnout for the Democrats outnumber the Republicans by about 2 to 1. It's 538,000 to about 272,000. There's a reason for that. In Massachusetts, the Republican primary is closed while the Democrats have an open primary, meaning you must be registered as a Republican to vote in the Republicans' primary, while the Democrats allow independents and Republicans to vote in their open primary. That's why the numbers are skewed and shows turnout higher for the Democrats. So, if nothing changes, Charlie Baker will stay governor of Massachusetts after November. Next up, we have the U.S. Senate. The winner of the Republican primary is Jeff Deal. He won 55.3% of the party's vote, beating John Kingston and Beth Lindstrom. He'll challenge Elizabeth Warren in the general election. Unfortunately for him, he's going up against the most popular politician in Massachusetts. Elizabeth Warren currently has a 79% favorable rating in the latest WBUR poll. Cook Political Report, Inside Elections, Crystal Ball, and Real Clear Politics all rate this as a safe Democratic seat. And finally, here are the results from the 9 congressional districts. For the 1st congressional district, Richard Neal beats back his opponent, Tahara Amatul Wadu. She's the Our Revolution candidate. She lost, unfortunately. And Neal will continue to represent the 1st district in the House in 2019. He doesn't have a Republican challenger in November. Next up, we have the 2nd district. Tracy Lavorne won 60.8% of the Republican votes and will challenge incumbent Jim McGovern. McGovern will most likely retain the seat though, because this is a safe Democratic district. Now, moving to the 3rd congressional district. The Republican candidate is Rick Green. He had no challengers yesterday and will move on to face the Democrat. Unfortunately, there are no results from the Democratic Party's primary. With 100% of the votes counted, Laura Trahan leads Dan Coe by 52 votes. They're both at 21.6%. The Justice Democrat Johanna Matthias came in 3rd with 15.2% of the votes. With both leaders so close, Massachusetts recount rules says the vote difference needs to be within 0.5% of the overall votes cast, which is 84,872 votes, meaning the difference cannot be more than 424 votes. 52 is less than 424, so there will be a recount. Once the winner is determined, they will go up against the Republican Rick Green. It's expected that the district will remain with the Democrats, so either Trahan or Coe will become the new representative for the Massachusetts 3rd Congressional District in the U.S. Congress. Now for the 4th District. Joe Kennedy easily defeated his Democratic challenger, Gray Rosinsky, with 93% of the votes. He moves on to represent the 4th Congressional District in Congress with no Republican challenger in November. Next, we have the 5th Congressional District. The Republican Joe Hugo won with 63.7% of the votes. He'll move on to challenge the incumbent Catherine Clark. Clark is expected to keep the seat for the Democratic Party. The 6th Congressional District is next. Democrat Seth Moulton and Republican Joseph Snyder ran unopposed and will face each other in the midterm election in November. Moulton is the incumbent and is expected to win the midterm election easily. Next, we move to the 7th District, and here we have an upset. Ayanna Pressley beat the incumbent Michael Capuano. Pressley is a Justice Democrat. This was an especially nasty primary, with Capuano claiming Pressley was playing identity politics because she's black. This claim was particularly hypocritical, considering Capuano took every opportunity to boast his endorsement from various African American politicians like John Lewis and Deval Patrick, and also from the Congressional Black Caucus. OpenSecrets.org also shows Capuano outraised and outspent Pressley by over 2 times. And it's reported he was leading her by 13% a month before the election. But in the end, Pressley closed the gap and defeated Capuano, a 10-term congressman. Pressley's win makes her the next representative for Massachusetts' 7th congressional district. There is no Republican contender in November. The 8th district is next, and the incumbent Stephen Lynch wins with 71% of the Democratic votes and continues to represent his district in the 116th Congress beginning in 2019. Now we have the last one, the 9th congressional district. The Democratic incumbent Bill Keating handily beats back Bill Cimbrello, an Our Revolution candidate. He won with 85.5% of the votes. He'll face off with Peter Tedeschi in November. This is likely a Democratic district, and it's really Keating's to lose. So this wraps up all the districts and races from Tuesday's primary. My take on the midterm election in November is the governorship will stay with Charlie Baker and the Republican parties. Both the U.S. Senate and the congressional House seats will remain with the Democratic Party. In my opinion, the only notable race from this primary is the 7th congressional district, where the incumbent and the establishment candidate was defeated by the progressive candidate Ayanna Pressley. It shows that with the right message and focus on the right policies, such as Medicare for All and a $15 minimum living wage, the progressive wing of the Democratic Party can successfully defeat a well-funded neoliberal like Michael Capuano. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this informative and hopefully you enjoyed it too. Please let me know your thoughts for this primary and the upcoming midterm election in November. Which races are you most excited about? And also, do you think there's a blue wave coming? I would love to read your thoughts, so please comment below. And subscribe for more content. Have a great day.